Hey, everybody. Hey, Louise. Two Louises, Louise McLean and Louise Turner, and Sezi Mocha Crafts. Hey, everybody. Our goal for tonight, I did type it in the chat, but I'm also going to show you because I like to show you. um, Make sure when you come in, you go ahead and hit the like button. Hey, Nicole. Our goal for tonight is to learn how to use Cricut Infusible Ink on t-shirts and mugs. And it really just say t-shirt. We're only going to make one, but I'm going to show you how to do it on a t-shirt and on a mug. I'm wearing my Crafting is my therapy shirt. This is the one that I made when I did screen printing, and I wanted you to see what it looked like after one wash. So this has been washed, and hopefully you can see it's still in good condition. Hey, Josette. Hey, Creative Crafty Shack. Y'all make sure to hit the like button. That's one thing I cannot see until after this is over, what the likes look like. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to get started. For everybody that is here on time, I'm going to start right on time. Hey, Yolanda Williams from New York. Hey, Jackie. Hey, New York is cold, I bet. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to put infusible ink just on a pencil pouch. Because the one thing that you should know about infusible ink is that it is so much like sublimation. It is pretty much the same process as sublimation. The only difference is you don't need a sublimation printer. Hey, Carol Hatter. Hey, Arwanda. Hey, everybody. So I've already reviewed our goal. Our goal is to learn how to use Cricut Infusible Ink on t-shirt and mugs. T-shirt and mugs. Hey, Theodore. And what I said I would do is just get started right away. So I have a pencil pouch, and this is a sublimation pencil pouch. When someone refers to an item as sublimation, like if they say it's a sublimated, a t-shirt that you can use for sublimation, or a pencil pouch, or a key ring, or a keychain, or something like that. Hey, Sammy Buns. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Christiana. Look at y'all making me feel good. Hey, Dawn. Make sure y'all hit the like button now. When you come in, go ahead and hit that button. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. All right. That was on our travel list, but we decided to go somewhere else. Hey, Janie Bell. It is so much like sublimation, you guys. The only difference is you don't need a sublimation printer. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to, hey, Special Pain. Hey, Callie Oops. All right. You are welcome. Hey, Miss Victoria. Rio Rancho. Hey, everybody. I'm excited too. I love to teach. Y'all, you don't know how much I love, but I do. I love, love, love. Hey, honey. I'm trying to go live more and more often. Denver, Colorado. I love Colorado. I love Colorado. And I don't like to be cold, but I love Colorado. Love Colorado. I did not make it past the bunny slopes, but JJ, hey. Hey, Gina Lynn. Yes, you are, honey. Talking with Delonda, Georgia B. Dixon. It's me again, Delonda. Okay, let me go ahead and go to Cricut Design Space really quick and show y'all something. And kind of I want y'all to follow along with me, okay? And be in that thing with me. I don't want to know. I'm too scared. Is Atlanta on the list? I've been to Atlanta a lot of times. I have a lot of family in Atlanta. Oh, New Jersey. Hey, Gregory. Hey. Let me make sure my Cricut Design Space is doing what it's supposed to do, because it doesn't look like it is. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Gregory. Hey. We've been there a lot of times. I've been whitewater rafting. We did zip lining twice. We did skiing. We did snow tubing. We rode the horses through the snow. Wanda, Sherry, you and Wanda, y'all be camping together. I can't do it. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. Let me go to share my screen really quick. Okay, so I'm going to Cricut Design Space, and the first thing I want to do, because I want to do this pencil pouch first, because I want to go ahead and get started. I'm going to upload the file that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use this one. And if you're not familiar with this file, it basically just says God is greater than the highs and lows. Okay. And I like this file. This is one of the first things that I ever made. I put this file on a pencil pouch for my daughter, but I used glitter HTV a very long time ago, more than a year ago. It was last, well, I guess it was like right at a year ago. It was in January. Okay, so before I do that, the first thing I have to do is measure my workspace. So I'm going to take my Cricut ruler and I'm going to just go across and I'm going to measure. So it's 8 inches wide and it is right at about 6 inches in height, right? So 8 by 6, I can make a template that I'm going to use for my, now I'm going to go to shapes. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to shapes and I'm going to just choose a rectangle. And I'm going to make the rectangle 8 by 6 because I know that is the size of my workspace. So I'm going to change this to 8.0. No, not like that. Just kidding. I lied. 8.0. And I'm going to unlock this and change the height to 6.0. Okay. And right now the view on my screen is at 25%. I'm going to bring it up a little bit just so we can all see it. And I'm going to bring this back over. Now I know this is, too big, right? And I'm going to go ahead and attach this because, I want it to all stay together. The color of my bag is white, so I'm just go ahead and change this to white also. And I'm going to just resize this to kind of go in the middle of the bag. I'm going to come back and check my chat in a minute, but for right now, I just want to go ahead and get started so we can see what this all looks like, okay? Okay, so I like this. I think it's a great size. I think it's appropriate. I wouldn't, do anything else with it because the size of my bag, this is proportionate with the size of my bag. It wouldn't be too big or too small. Now with these bags, I know I could put a design on the front and I could put a design on the back. So if I wanted to, I could put the same thing on the front and back. I could use 2 different colors if I wanted to. I'm not limited. Okay, so I think that since I like it like this, now I can go ahead, let me make sure it is attached. Okay, so I can go ahead and click make it. Now, well, let me cancel 1 second because I left this on and I don't need this. I'm going to go ahead and just hide this. Okay, and so for this, now I can click make it. Now, when you're using infusible ink, you always have to mirror your design because infusible ink uses a heat source. So I know that I'm going to need to use a heat source in order to put this design on this bag. Now I said that I probably want to do both sides and I think I will. So what I'm going to do for project copies, I'm not going to just keep it on 1. I'm going to put it on 2 because I'm going to put that design on the front of this bag and on the back. So I'm going to change it to 2. I'm going to click apply. Okay, and I'm just move one of these down a little bit. Okay, I'm actually move both of them down. Now I don't want them touching, but I'm going to use 1 sheet of infusible ink, so I'm okay if they're that close together. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mirror my design because with infusible ink, I'm using a heat source, so I know I have to mirror. Okay, so now I want to click continue. Okay, it says no device found. Of course it says no device found. Let me, why does it do that? Why? Let me connect my, okay, is it not? Why do I always do that, y'all? Why do I do that? It's plugged in. Let's see what's going on. Let us see what is going on. There we go. Let's see if it'll connect now. Because it should be connected. Let me check my chat while it's making decisions. And if it won't make the right decision, I can help it. Sometimes you have to help the machine make the right decision, and I'm okay with that. I can just bring it over here and connect it. Let's see. Let me see what my chat looking like. Hey, craftable things. That's Patrice. Hey, Dimps. No device. I know. I need to do better. What does it say? What does the image mean? It says God is greater than the highs and lows. What does it say? Can you use Infusible Ink on canvas bag? Yes, and I have. Hey, Stephanie. It's been saying no device. Well, I don't know. Yes, y'all, please make sure you like. Make sure you like. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dana. Hey, everybody. Y'all, that's Patrice at Craftable Things. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going back to Cricut Design Space. We're going to make sure we're on the same page. I don't know why it's saying that my device is not found. Let me make sure hold on. Let me make sure I close it out, because another thing I found out is that if I have my Explorer Air 2 open in another window on a different computer, it'll still say this device is in use. So what I've been having to do is make sure I close it out of my other computer. So let me do that. And if it still gives me drama and issues and drama, I'll just use my Maker. So, and I feel so weird saying my Maker, because this machine is not my maker. It is my, it's a Cricut Maker, but it's not my maker. So, let me make sure it's closed out. When y'all come in, make sure you hit that like button. All right, let me make sure it's closed. Quit. Yes. Okay. Let's see if it is still going to give me drama. Let's see. So if I click cancel, you know what? I will quit. You don't own me, Cricuts. Let me open it back up and start again. I hope I said hey to everybody. I believe it means God is greater than highs and lows. Yes, it does. That's exactly what that means. All right. Okay. Let me see what it's saying. It's okay. I will go to new. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'll just upload it again. And I already know that what I did basically was, when the design came in, let me bring the view down on my screen to like 25%. What I'm going to do first is go ahead and attach it. I know that, I want this to all be one color, and I'm okay with it being attached. The next thing I did was I grabbed a shape, which is a rectangle. The rectangle is going to be, the width of it was 8.0, and I unlocked it. And then the height was 6.0. And I changed the color of the rectangle to white, because my bag is white. This bag that I'm using right here is white. And I'm going to move this to the front of the bag. So I'm just going to resize it. Let me bring the bag up. The view on my canvas up a little bit so y'all can see that. All right, I'm going to bring this down and kind of just center it in the middle of this bag. Okay, so I think I even unlocked it and I made it a little bit longer, because I kind of wanted it to be like right in the middle. Then I will align it, and I should have done this the first time, and I'll center it. Okay, so that's fine right there. I think that looks great. Now I have it exactly how I want it. I can turn this rectangle off because it's really just there for sizing. I don't need it. Okay, so now I'm going to click make it, and hopefully my computer will recognize my Explorer. And I said that I wanted to make 2 of these. So right here where it says project copies, I'm going to go up to 2. I'm going to click apply, and then I'm just move them down a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one down to 5 and move this one down to, let's just say 1. And then I am going to mirror this because I'm using infusible ink. Infusible ink uses a heat source, so it has to be mirrored. I'm going to click continue. Let's see if it'll recognize. Okay, I think we're cooking with grease. Okay, so infusible ink is not one of my favorites. So in order to find it, I will have to make sure y'all can see me. We good. Okay. It's not one of my favorites, so I'll have to browse for it. And you don't have to type the whole thing in, even if you just type in INF. I'm going to choose Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. I'm going to click Done. Okay, it says custom material set to Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. Make sure mirror is turned on and material is inked side up. Okay, so when I get ready to put my infusible ink on my mat, I need to make sure that I can see the ink. Okay, so it's not like HTV where you don't want to be able to see the ink. You want to be able to, I guess still not ink. You want to be able to see the ink. Okay, so I keep mine on default pressure and I'm using my regular fine point blade. Okay, so let me see where y'all are for right now. So now, you guys, I have a lot of infusible ink, like a lot. More than I actually need. And I really couldn't decide which one I wanted to use, but I think for this, let me look at it again, y'all. I have a lot. I think I'm gonna just use this one. So let me stop sharing for 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna use this one right here. It was a fail, Semi Buns? Why? Okay, so when you open it, you'll see that it's in a like a package like this. That is to protect the ink. Make sure that your hands are clean. So like before I even got started with this, I made sure that I washed my hands and that my hands are clean. Okay, so I've used, I think maybe 1 or 2 of these sheets. And if I haven't used it, I know I opened it to look at it. Okay, so let's see. All right, this is a little decent. So when you open it, you'll see that there's some butcher paper in here. So you can, use the butcher paper. It's regular butcher paper. I really don't use it. But you know what? I think this is just too cute. I think I'm gonna stick with black. I think that's too cute and fancy for this. So let me just stick with black. Let me open it. You overweighted it. You weed it with your hands. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. So I just use my knife and I'm going to open it. Simi fixed it. We're in it now. Okay, Simi. She said she semi-fixed it. That's like being, semi-pregnant. Just a little bit. Say, okay, no, this is not positive. That's all right, Terrell. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to use black because I think it'll look nice on that on the bag. So now when you open the ink, especially if you're using black, it's going to look like it's brown, but it's not, because once the heat gets to it, it's going to look really, really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it face up on my green standard grip mat. Let me go ahead and put my so you see my mat is right there. This is my first love with you. I'm excited. Oh, thank you, Roz. You about to see how it works. Yes, I'm Wanda, a little bit pregnant. Okay, so I am going to, and I know y'all can see it. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put it on my, infusible ink on the mat, face up. I can tell I'm already using too much, but it's okay. I'll cut away what I don't need. Remember, make sure your hands are clean because all of this is ink, right? So this might be one of those good times to have a brayer. I always say a brayer is not necessary. You can use really whatever you have to make sure it's pressed down. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move this for 1 second. All right, I'm gonna open. I'm using my Cricut Explore R2, my regular fine point blade. I'm gonna go ahead and get it loaded. I'm gonna move it up a little bit because remember, you need at least 10 inches behind your machine in order for your mat to go through properly. So if if you just got started with your Cricut and you have it all the way up against the wall, you might want to go ahead and move it today because you need at least 10 inches behind your machine. Okay, how y'all feeling? All right, got a lot of. It's not going to expire, Crafty Puerto Rican. You're going to be good. I promise you are. Okay, so let me go back to Cricut Design Space. I got my da-da-da-da. Okay, I'm going to press go. And it should, I got my mirror on. I hope you didn't miss that part. Roz. Oh, okay. I never thought you never thought you needed a bread, but you were wrong. Okay. So what you don't see, I don't know, maybe y'all can see right here. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press 2, my 9x9 for this. I am going to still use my bigger heat press when I do my shirt, but for this, because this is just a bonus, I wanted to get started early. Hey, Living with Latoya, thank you, and welcome aboard. I'm using my Cricut 9x9 for this, and I'm going to do it on camera so you can see it. The recommended settings for infusible ink is 385 degrees for 40 seconds. 385 degrees for 40 seconds. So I have it heated up. Now, while that's cutting out, I'm going to get a sheet of cardstock, just regular cardstock, and I'm going to fold it in half. Oh, well, good. So I'm going to fold it. Now, I just folded it in half. My goal is to get the cardstock inside this bag because what that's going to do is protect the ink from going through from one side to the other, okay? So I'm going to just get it folded. I'm going to just fold it until I can get it inside this bag. Okay, so I can cut a piece of this off. Okay, I'm going to get my scissors and cut a piece off. All right. I do. Okay. So I got my cardstock. I'm just going to put it inside the bag. That's just going to protect the ink from going from one side to the other. If you don't want to use cardstock, you don't have to. You can use butcher paper. I just prefer to just do it with cardstock. Just my own personal preference. So it's in there. I can actually zip this bag if I want to. Okay. So I have my cardstock in there. I have my design cut out. Yes, please, please, please. All right, so now I have my cardstock. I have my infusible ink cut out. So what I'm going to do is like really give it a good look. Like, did it cut all the way through? Am I sure about it? Like, if I were to take this off, would I be okay with it? Am I positive that that it cut all the way through? If you're not sure, what I always do, like I touch it. I like look at it. I touch it. I want to be 100% sure before I unload it from my machine. So if I'm sure and I feel good about it, I'll go ahead and unload it. If I'm not sure, if I'm having doubts, like, oh man, I really can't tell if it cut through, I'll press that C and send it through to cut again. Okay? Because that is the only way to get a good, clean double cut. Now I want to just do it, even though I'm sure about it, I'm going to press this again because I want to make sure you know how to do that. If I unload it and then try to put it back in and get it cut in the exact same spot, it's not going to happen. The only way to get a good clean cut twice is to keep it loaded and press the C. So I'm going to do it just to show you. you, Dimps. Thank you for inviting her. All right. Scared to even try the pens. I know I tried the pens. I'm not good with the pens. My pen design was not, it was nothing to write home about. It was not. My mom would have been like, girl, who taught you that? Oh, Lord, I'm not good. I'm going to have to learn from you, Patrice, because I am not good with the pens at all. Mine was a fail. Hey, Ohio. All right, Nelson. Anything up north sounds cold. Anything above Alabama, it's cold. Okay, so I got my, now while that's cutting again, what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I hope I'm not confusing you with any of this, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is that I know when I'm using a heat source that I need to add a little bit of heat to my design, right? I need to heat it up to get it ready to be heated up. So I'm gonna add a little bit of heat to this. Don't be scared, Michelle. But Patrice says she's good at the pens. That's what she said. I guess I'll wait on that. All right. So now I'm positive that it's cut now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, close my little old machine, and I'm going to just move this back for now. Because we're good. So now with the infusible ink, I'm going to turn my mat over and I'm gonna just pull my infusible ink away. Ooh, it's cut too good, y'all. It's cut. Woo. Okay. Ooh, I should that double cut. Like, girl, you. It is cut. You will see in a minute. Like it is like cut. So you pull the infusible ink away from the mat. So my mat is here. We'll just put it here for 1 second, and I'm gonna get my scissors. I have too many cord. I have a whole cord situation going on over here. That's not good. And I am going to cut away the pieces that I can save for another project. Just like you would if it was HTV, right? So if this was heat transfer vinyl, you would save this. You wouldn't just say, oh, okay, I already cut from it, so it's trash. Right, I can use this for something else. Okay. So I can put this back in that plastic and save it for my next project. All right, so infusible ink is a little bit different because you weed it with your fingers. And so, you want to do your best to get it weeded out and lined up on whatever you want to put it on. Okay. Let me cut in the middle because these are two separate things. One is going to go on the front and one is going to go on the back of that bag. This goes with this. So one piece of this is sticky, and what I need to do is peel everything else away. And I really don't have a lot of weeding to do because it's not much to this design. Let me see if I can start to peel it. How we doing on the chat? Okay. I'm not good at getting that first piece, y'all. If you've been with me for any length of time, you're like, Delonda. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get my weeding tool. Let me sit down for a second while I figure out my life and get this first piece going. I'm not good at that at all. 7 degrees. Did somebody say 7 degrees? Did I see something that says 7 degrees? Because you're missing a digit in the tens place. Or the ones place. Hold on. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. So you're going to be well, not you, but me. I'm going to be peeling everything else away from here that I don't want stuck on this sheet. Okay. That's my goal. So all of this extra, I want that all peeled away. So this inner part of this V. Okay. So one good thing about infusible ink is that, you know, you really do your weeding with your hands. The one thing I would say I have not mastered yet with infusible ink is how to layer it very good. I have a hard time with that. I'll show you a mug that I made that almost turned into hammer time. If you're not familiar with hammer time, go back and look at my video called Top 10 Most Frustrating Things About Owning the Cricut. All right. Woo. All right, so I've gotten that weeded out. Now I still have this little piece right here that I'm gonna just, you know, use my fingers and just pull it off. Okay. So now I'm gonna get my bag and get my how are we doing? All right, thank you. Thank you. So I'm gonna get my bag. I'm just using now this has, we're gonna call this well loved, okay? Because I do love this thing. I'm gonna get my bag and I'm gonna just add a little bit of heat. I don't know if you just joined, but I have a piece of cardstock inside this bag that's gonna protect the ink from going from one side to the other. So I'm gonna get my easy press. My easy press is set to 385 degrees. And my base just fell, that's okay. And I'm just, you know, heat it for a few seconds. Just add a little bit of heat to it. Okay. Pick it up. Let me just put it right here for a second. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put my design on here. It goes like this. In case you missed it, it says God is greater than the highs and lows. Okay. Make sure it's all pressed down. And then I'm going to get a piece of butcher paper. Remember, infusible ink comes with butcher paper. It comes with butcher paper that I don't know. I'll just use a piece of this. And just take a little piece off. That's my heat press in. I'm ready, Delonza. I am a folder. I like to fold my butcher paper. That's just what I do. That's not what you have to do. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. So now I'm going to press this on 385 degrees for 40 seconds. Those are the recommended settings for using infusible ink. So I'm going to put my heat press right on top, and I'm going to press the C. And I'm adding a little bit of pressure because in my opinion, the easy press is in need of a name change. That's just my personal opinion. How we doing? Okay. 18 degrees, loving the video. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. All right, we're on 21 seconds. If I was doing a tutorial, I would have sped this part up and I just would have told you 40 seconds. We would have been coming back. Okay. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just pull it straight up. Now, one thing I did not do, which I should have done, and I'll show you on the next side, especially if we get some of those blue fibers, I did not go across it with a lint roller. It's important to do that because sometimes you'll get blue fibers. So now my design is ready to be revealed. Now you see that I have some ghosting right there. It looks like I did not press it good. Let me just try to press it one more time. See what I'm saying? I feel like the easy press is in need of a name change. I'm gonna press it again, you guys. Maybe I did not give it good pressure. I'm gonna press it again just for a few. Because it looks light and it looks like there's some ghosting to me. I'm giving it more pressure. Hopefully I stayed in the exact same spot. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, so, yeah. Can you see? Let me remove that. So this, I feel like I did not do enough pressure right here. You like it? I wonder. It looks like it's gray because I feel like I didn't give it enough pressure up here. So I'm going to do the other side. I see 80 viewing. I should see 80 likes. I feel like I did not give it enough pressure up here, but I'm going to do that. Hey, Sharnette. Yes, yes. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Yo, I always start sweating when it's time for the reveal. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna do it on the other side. This time I'm gonna make sure to go across it with my lint roller, and I'm going to also make sure to give it more pressure. Now, let me say this. That is the reason why I bought a bigger press, because I feel like, and this is just me, this is just Delonda. Some people get great results from the easy press, and the easy press is good. I feel like I have to press harder than other people. Oh, y'all, okay, New Jersey, y'all, the cold people. Okay, so what I'm going to do is weed out the other one and press the other side. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And it's not the easy press fault, it's my fault because I did not give it good enough pressure. So now I'm back at square one trying to get the backing off again because I'm not good at that. Hold on. Let me get the backing. Thank you. Thank y'all. Let me get the backing off. Call one of these girls in here to come get it for me. Y'all gonna have a crafting night? That should be fun. 61 degrees. Where are we going? What's the weather in Puerto Rico? We're going to Puerto Rico soon. Get a t-shirt. Y'all, I am not good at getting this backing. I don't know what's the trick. I'm not good at grabbing it. Girl. Come here real quick. See whoever comes. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. It's okay. Let me put it back on the string. So I'm going to do pretty much the same thing I did the first time. I'm weeding, removing everything that I don't want to be on the bag. I think I got it. I figured it out. So my little arrow fell out, but I have it. Woo! Okay, y'all. So, and you know, I could have had this all cut before you join, but to me, that won't give you the full experience. Oh, you know, how do I cut it? How do I check it? Because I feel like you're going to need to know all of that, especially if you haven't tried infusible ink. Okay, so here's my little arrow. It's going to go like this. All right. And you know what? I forgot. Look, I forgot again with the lint roller. So whenever you do it, go across it with the lint roller first. That will prevent you from getting any of those pesky blue fibers that you can't see until the heat is added to it and it's too late. Okay, so I'm going to get my design put down. I don't need to heat it again. It's already been heated. Okay. And put my arrow here. All right. And I think I'm gonna use the same piece of butcher paper. I think I'm good on it. I think I'm okay. And I am going to, you know, move it. I'm gonna move it a little bit closer to me and give it more pressure. 385. I'm doing a lot of pressure this time. 40 seconds. When I do infusible ink on my big heat press, I never have an issue. And I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to say it's user error because I'm not doing enough pressure. But I'm pressing really hard, hoping that I'm not going to make my table fall. Pressing. We're at 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm pressing for a few more seconds. Okay, we're going to see. I'm going to just lift it straight up. Okay, put it back in the tray. And let's see if I did better. Y'all got your fingers crossed? I did a little bit better. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so that is infusible ink. You need to make sure the juice says, girl. Okay. Thank you, Mel Terrell. Thank you, Nicole. I love that. Okay, so with infusible ink, the ink is actually in the fabric, right? So if you look at, I'll have to have my daughter bring a shirt to show you the difference between infusible ink and heat transfer vinyl is that the ink is actually in the fabric. So if I take the cardstock out and I get closer, you see the ink is in, it's actually in there. Okay, it's in the fabric. See that? So infusible ink is it's a nice alternative to using to get into sublimation if you're not using a photo, of course. But yeah, so this is something that you could do. It's an easy enough project. Okay, so now I'm going to do a shirt. I'm not going to use that easy press because then it will become hammer time. And we don't want it to become hammer time. So I'm going to turn on my heat press, and I have my heat press set to 385 for 40 seconds. Okay. All right. So how y'all feeling? if it has a zipper, something like that, that doesn't lay flat. Oh, me too, Kelly. Maybe that's the issue, is that because of the zipper, but I tried to stay away from the zipper. But even if I had put this on my heat press, I wouldn't have had an issue. It would have. No, so because it's so similar to sublimation, you still want to have something with a high polyester count, right? So 65% or better is good. So no to cotton. All right. Now there are Walmart makes a brand of shirt. I think it's called George. It's like a George brand. And I have one if you want me to grab it. And those I think those are 65% polyester. I have done sublimation on those, and I've used infusible ink on those. The color will come through. It's just not vibrant. Okay. So something for you to know. Okay, so I have my heat press at the 385. I'm going to go ahead and do a shirt now, and then the last thing we'll do is a mug, okay? All right, so I'm going to use a file that is Lisa. Oh, yeah, I had a piece of cardstock inside. So do you need butcher paper on the inside? I used I just cut up, I used a piece of cardstock that I just folded in half, and I put it inside, and that's what, thank you, Creative Crafty Shack. I like it. I like it. And, you know, maybe if I were to use maybe a bolder color, but I like the black and white. I think it's simple. Sometimes you don't have to go, you know, too colorful. All right, so I'm going to go back to Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to use a file that is familiar. And I'm saying it's familiar because it's the file that's on my shirt. So I'm going to click done here. And I'm going to save this, which I should have saved it already. Just hit save right here. Okay. And then I am going to go to new, and let me hide this. I'm going to upload. I'm going to go to Crafted is My Therapy. This is a familiar file that, you know, if you saw me do screen printing, or if you saw me do how to make a shirt, this is that same exact file. I'm going to bring the view down on my screen to about 50%, okay? Even maybe 25%. And then I'm going to grab a t-shirt template, okay? So I'm going to go here to templates, and I'm going to grab the one that says classic t-shirts, okay? Remember, when you grab that, it's not actually going to cut anything. It is just for, just to help you with your sizing, okay? So I'm going to choose a women's short sleeve, and my shirt, let me check this shirt. I'm using a 100% polyester shirt that I purchased locally. Okay, this one is it's not a short sleeve. Not that it matters, but this shirt is a large. Maybe I should have gotten a medium, but okay. So now that I have the shirt size, now I can resize my design, right? Because I think 10.5 across is actually big enough. So I'm going to change my width to 10.5, especially since this is a large shirt. And I also want to bring, you know, I want to make the design a little bit longer, because 10.5 by 8.6, I think that's a nice size, but I think it's kind of short. So I'm going to unlock it and then just stretch it down just a little bit. Okay, I think I like that. Okay, so now that I have it exactly how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and right now it's on 10.6 by 9.2. I'm fine with that. I'm going to hit weld. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and click make it. Okay, I am using infusible ink. I'm going to use I'm gonna use one of these sheets, and oh, that's gonna be so fancy. Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up. So I'm gonna move my design down a little bit. I always do. I never just keep it in the exact, you know, spot. I'm also gonna change the view here just so I can see it better. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit right here. I'm gonna go ahead and mirror this because I'm still using a heat source. And I'm only making one of these. I'm going to click continue. I'm connected to my Cricut Explorer Air 2. I'm going to go to browse all materials since it's not one of my favorites. I'm going to just type in INF, which is short for Infusible Ink. And I think I want to go ahead and make it a favorite. So in order to do that, I can just, hit this little star right here. So now I don't have to browse for it anymore. It's already saved as a favorite. I can click done. It's telling me to make sure it's mirrored. Mine is mirrored. Okay, I'm using default pressure. I'm good to go. So now I'm going to go back to I'm going to use this sheet. I don't know if I'm using this, y'all. I'm animal print, and this is not really my style. I'm not going to be able to do it. I think I'm going to have to just use pink. I'm going to have to just use pink because this is really not me. So, someone said Delonda was wearing animal print, they would be like, what? I have to see it. Somebody would like, I have to get a picture of it because it's not really my style. So I'm just going to stick with this. I don't know about using a home iron. I know that you have to have, I wouldn't recommend it. You maybe try it. I don't know, but turn it up as high as it'll go. I'm going to use pink. I'm going to use this pink sheet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the sheet loaded. So let me go ahead and add it back to the string. I'm finished with this easy press for tonight and for a while, for a minute. Okay. I'm going to get this loaded on a mat. Face up. Face up. Make sure you've hit the like button. If you're just joining us, make sure you have hit the like button. If you are just joining us, I actually don't wear pink very often either, but I think this will look nice. So you'll see the color is kind of dull. Let me get my brayer. Make sure I got it, pressed down really good. Okay, open my machine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and load it and move some of this stuff out of the way. I have to move this carefully. Move this away from my wall because remember you need 10 inches behind the machine. Let me actually move this. Oh, I'm scared. Hot. Let me put on my gloves. So I can move this easy press, which is not an accurate name for that. Okay. So it is going to cut out my design. How y'all feeling? Okay. Thank you, Charnette. Michelle, what is all your iron? That's right. No steam. That's right. If you're going to use an iron. Cricut, you have a mini Cricut press. What temperature does the mini go up to? I don't have a mini, the Cricut brand. I have the HTV Ront one. And I love that little thing. Y'all, we making all kinds of things. That's good. That's actually good. This should be good. She gotta make it. Look, and when you spend money, blame anybody else. If people be like, why are you spending that money? Don't say nothing about Delonda. Don't even mention my name. I got my own cross the bell over here. Charnette, you have all the confidence you need. I have the HTV rod. Oh, okay. I love that one. I haven't I only use it, I use it for a hat, I use it for coasters. I am gonna make a mug right after this. I'm gonna do a mug right after this. I only did that little bag as a thank you for, let me show you all the ways you could do it. Yes, I am making a mug. So this is cute. I'm gonna use this for my pencils and stuff. Anything that you can use on sublimation, you can use infusible ink. Literally anything, and I'm not exaggerating. Literally. Anything that is a sublimation blank, you can put infusible ink. I made infusible ink luggage tags. I made an infusible ink pillow. I would show you, but I gave it away. Anything that is a sublimation blank, you can put infusible ink on it. Okay, we're almost at the end of that. I have a lot of infusible ink, a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to look at it. I'm give it infusible ink a lot. Oh, okay. All right, so give it a good once over. I can tell that this is cut really good. I can look at it and tell. And I don't know if you remember, but I just recently changed this blade when I got the other January mystery box. Because Cricut said, you know what, we're gonna do 2 this month. So now I'm gonna unload it from my machine, close it up. And I'm only gonna really use this machine one more time tonight, and that's to cut my design for my mug. So I'm gonna turn my mat over and remove the infusible ink from the mat. I have my heat press heating up to 385 degrees. There's not much left for me to cut, so if I wanted to just be like, I'm rich, I can just leave that, but I'm not rich, so I am going to go ahead and cut that and save every little bit, honey. That's what I do. I save every little bit. Never know. I save every little bit. Okay. So now, pretty much doing the same thing. I'm gonna, try to find a little corner where I can start to peel that back. And remember, the only thing that I'm leaving is what I want to be on my shirt. There are a lot of people who have infusible ink and they're like, I don't know what I can do with it. Anything that you can do with sublimation, except with the exception of, photos. But really pretty much everything else. The best thing about it is the ability to weave, with your fingers. I think I love that. I just use my weeding tool for the smaller part. I wish I could hear the chat and not have to actually see it. And just know that if this was a recorded tutorial, this would have been sped up. I don't think I've ever done any, or not much, weeding in just regular speed. so fulfilling. Let me just. I am just going to rip that off, and I'm going to use my little, I don't need to start to get in between, get these little pieces. So if you were doing a shirt, I definitely suggest using, you know, the larger sheets of infusible ink. There are smaller boxes that were initially intended for the Cricut Joy, but those work fine on these too, you know. I'm gonna come check my chat in a minute. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. So we do it like a double check. Like, did I get everything? You know, is it right? Did I leave any pieces in there? Because whatever is here, that's what's going to be on my shirt, right? Okay. Let me come check my chat and see how y'all doing over here. Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle. Just a word of warning. What does it say? If it has words on it, they don't mirror, it comes out back. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thank you, Heather. What does it say? I just looked at the box. It says there's 3, he says, and infusible ink. Okay, going for a screen printing set. Okay. All right. Okay. Good night, Heather. Okay. So now the shirt that I'm using, you guys, I purchased it locally. What I'm going to do is go over my shirt with that lint roller because, you know, I don't want to get any of those blue fibers on it. So I'm going to get my lint roller, and I need to get a new sheet. Of course, this is the last sheets. That's okay. You know, we got to have backup. You know, see what I'm saying? That's all right. We got a backup for the backup. We you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. It's all right. Okay, got another one. So I'm going to go over my shirt with my lint roller. Okay. And I'm going to press this, you know, same way I did with the bag. I'm going to just press it for a few seconds just to put some heat on it. And let me remove that so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. All right. Just for a few seconds, maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds. Okay, just to add some heat on there. And what I'm going to do is put a piece of butcher paper in there because the butcher paper is going to protect my, and if I don't want to use butcher paper, of course I can use cardstock. Put a piece of butcher paper in there to protect the design if I'm going through from one side to the other. If y'all saw this cord debacle, you're like, Delonda, how you functioning? It's a debacle over here. I need more butcher paper. I'm not feeling good about that. Let me get another piece of butcher paper. Hold on. Okay. Just want it to be protected. Okay. So putting the butcher paper in there, and it's straight, it's flat. And I'm also going to make sure that my shirt is, I did not do a crease down the middle this time. I'm going to have to just trust myself that it's straight. Okay, so now I'll put my design down. Now, of course, you can fold it in half to get your halfway mark. Then you put butcher paper on top of that. If I had another bigger piece, I would put another piece on top because I like to do more. And I'll close this. 40 seconds. 385 for 40 seconds. How y'all feeling? Everybody going to bed. It's late. Okay, can you make the screen larger? What did you say? Can you make the screen larger so we can see Design Space bigger? I'm sorry, JJ. I'm sorry. I'll try to make it bigger when I do my mug. We on 12 seconds. One second. Let's see. Ooh. Let me turn this camera back on so I think you can see it better. I think you can see it better if I put it right here. I think it came out good. I think it came out really good. We're getting ready to see together. We're getting ready to learn together. Let's see if y'all can see that. Okay, I'm gonna peel it back. You see that? Do you see that? Do you see how beautiful that is? Do you see? I love infusible ink. I love infusible ink. Let me make this, let me move my butcher paper from inside. You see that? Right? So with infusible ink, the ink is in the fabric, just like when you do sublimation, the ink is in the fabric. Let me show you. See that? The ink is in there. Oh, I'm not doing well at that. See that? The ink is in there. So when you're using infusible ink, this is your substitution for sublimation, right? If you're not ready for sublimation yet and you have some boxes of infusible ink, this is your substitution, okay? All right. What questions do you have before we go on to mug? We're going to make one mug and y'all going to bed. I'm going to bed. Everybody's going to be going to bed. Okay. So we've done a pencil pouch. Okay, Kimmy. We've done a pencil pouch and we've done a shirt. And you see the ink is in the fabric. So, you know, this is screen printing and this is after one wash. You know, my ink is not in the fabric. It's still kind of on the fabric. Okay. What questions do y'all have before we move on to the mug? Oh, thank you, Mel. Okay, we ready to move on to mug? We're on mug. We on the mug. Okay. Can you use it to print then cut? I mean, I guess you could, but as long as you're not making a picture, it looks like pink is around some letters. What do you mean? Y'all ready for mug? I don't know how to make it so you can see it better, but hopefully you can see it really good. Okay. Not in business. Okay, so we're going on to a mug. So now let me show you this mug before we move on to the mug. I made this mug with infusible ink. This is just gold and black infusible ink that I layered. So you can do a layered design. It's just, in my opinion, Delanda's opinion, which accounts for nothing. It's, to me, I have a hard time getting the little pieces, layered. So if you're doing a layered design on a mug and it's your first time, my suggestion is to do something that doesn't have small, tiny pieces, because you literally have to move each piece, one at a time. So if you're considering doing a layered design, let me see if I can show you that. So like these little lines, and then this little thing had to be moved. Like every single thing is, it's its own little thing. And I did not enjoy it. So I'm not doing a layered design. I'm not doing a layered design, but I'm going to show you how to put infusible ink on a mug. So I have my mug pressed. I'm going to put it on the table in a minute, but let me go back to Cricut Design Space. I don't go to Michael's that much. Y'all should try Joann's. Adrika, what did you miss? What did you replay, honey? Hashtag replay. Hit that like button when you come in, though. In my opinion, Joann's is cheaper, and Joann's will match whatever is on the Cricut website. So if it's whatever percent off on Cricut website, if you pull it up in Joann's and say this is how much it costs on the Cricut website, they match that. So all of this infusible ink that I bought, I got it from Joann's. To me, Joann's is, if I'm going to shop local, I prefer Joann's. Just me. And sometimes Walmart will have it like cheap. I think I got this one. See, I got this from $5 at Walmart. So, depending on the color. Michael's is large. Oh, see, Joann's matched for me last time. So it's just a matter of preference. Okay, I'm going back to Cricut Design Space. All right. Yeah, we don't have very many either, but I find them. Like, no, I'm going to find you. Okay, so I'm going to click done. And I'm going to go back to, I don't need to save this because I've done this one a lot of times. I don't need to save this. I'm just going to new and replace. And I am going to, the first thing that I would do if I were making a mug, and I'm using a 12-ounce Cricut mug. I'm using a regular 12-ounce Cricut mug. The first thing I would do is go to projects. And then I would type in the search bar, I would type mug design. And I hit enter. Okay. So the one I'm looking for is the one that's mug design setup, because it's going to give me a lot of options. Okay. Let me go back. Let me just. If you look right here, it tells you there are 20 different sizes for you to make in mug design setup. So hopefully you can see that. Okay. So I go to mug design setup, and then I'll choose the one for the size that I'm making. Now, I just said I'm using a Cricut 12-ounce mug. So I'm going to go to select, And I want you to see what happens when I change my options, okay? So if I go to small straight edge, you can see the edge right here is still straight. But if I go to beveled, let's just say I go to small ripped edge. See what the edge does? So whatever you change it to in your options, that's what it will look like, you know, when you're making your mug. If I go to small scalloped edge, that's what the edge of my design will look like. Okay. So you have tons and tons of options. Okay. I am not using any of those, but I wanted you to see what they look like. I'm just going to use a straight edge because I'm not actually going to use a full mug wrap. I'm just going to do one side. I'm going to click, I'm using a small straight edge 12 ounce, and I'm going to click customize. The only reason I'm using this, the only reason I have this pulled up is because I want to be able to size my design appropriately for my mug. And to me, in my opinion, the perfect way to do this, or the best way to do it, is to use their template and then put my design on it, and then just not, you know, like remove the template, just like we did when we made shirts. And just like when I made that little zipper pouch, I had a template that I was using to make sure that my sizing was good. Okay. So I'm not actually going to use this. So now I'm going to bring my view down. JJ, hopefully you can see right now it's on 100%. I'm going to bring it down to just 75% if that's okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go to images, and I'm going to just type in coffee because I have one that's saved in here that I want to use. And I had a hard time finding it earlier. Let me see. So these are all, like, all I did was typed in coffee, and this is what's available in Cricut Design Space. So, you know, of course, if you're a Cricut Access member, you have access to these. But I'm looking for one that I uploaded before. Here, this one right here. And this one is, I did one that said coffee completes me before, but it wasn't fun. Let me just say that. I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. This was the first mug I ever made, this right here. And I wasn't, you know, happy about it. But I'm going to do this one right here. Coffee craft repeat. Okay. And I'm going to click add to canvas. Oh, it's going to add both of them. And I'll just remove the one I don't want. Let me bring my view down a little bit. Let me bring my view down a lot, because I don't want to make that one. I want to make this one. Okay. I'm going to bring my screen back over and bring my view up a little bit more. Come back over. Now I want to bring this down because, you know, I want my design to fit here on this template. Okay. So I'm actually going to, you know, keep bringing it down until it fits the way that I want it to. Now, I think it's still too wide, so I'm going to unlock it and still just, I'm going to stretch it down a little bit. Not too much, but I want to stretch it down and then in a little bit. Okay. Now, if I wanted to put this on both sides of my mug, of course, I'm not going to put it on there 3 times because I don't care if you could see it from the side. But if I wanted to, I could duplicate this, and I could put one here, and then I could put one here, and then I could make sure that they were at the same level. Now, I could do that if I wanted to. Okay. But I don't. Okay. I might want to. I think I do want to. What I know I don't want, though, is, oh no, hold on, you guys, I uploaded the wrong file. I don't know if you can tell. Let me bring this up because I want you to know what happened right here. See how this says print then cut? I don't want this. I don't want a print then cut. I want a basic cut. Okay. I don't want it to be a print then cut because I want to be able to take out the parts that I don't want. And I don't want there to be a background. So I can contour this, or I can go back to images and find the one that I was looking for. And make sure that I'm using the one that doesn't have a background. So I think it was this one. Let me check and see if this is the right one. Yes, this is the right one right here. See how this is a basic cut and I have multiple pieces here? This is not the one I want. Let me check my chat. See how y'all doing. Please do what? You want me to do both sides, Charnette? Is that what you're asking? You want me to do both sides of the mug? If that's what you want me to do, I will. Okay, I'm going back to Cricut Design Space. Okay, so I'm still going to bring this down and unlock this. You know, I don't want it wide and I don't want it too tall either. Okay, I think I like it like this. Now, let me tell you about these this mug wrap. What is this called? Like it says, hide this layer before cutting. This is just to help you get your design lined up. So if you look, there's a handle right here on the left side, and then over here, there's a handle right here on the right side. So depending on where you want your design, like, do you want it to show if you're holding your coffee like this, or do you want it to show if you have your coffee, you know, your mug the other way? So that is just a matter of personal preference. That's why they have it there for you to line it up. All right. But I think that's what Charnette was asking me to do both sides. Okay, I will do both sides. I will. Okay. So I think I have it pretty much the way I want it. Let me see if I want to go a little bit wider. Let me see what wider looks like. And let me duplicate it to see, you know, if I really do like it like that. I think I do. I think I do. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, I do like it like that. So what I'm going to do is select both of these. I'm going to hold one. Now, let me say this. I don't want this, I don't want that on there, or this little pencil thing either. I don't want either one of those. Let me go to the other one. I don't want that, and I don't want that. All right. I kind of just want it just like this. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach it. I'll do the same thing with this, attach it. All right. So now I'm going to hold I have one of them selected. I'm going to hold my shift key and select the other one. And I will align both of them to the bottom so that they're even. So when they cut, one is not taller than the other. They're not, you know, out of whack. All right. So now this is what I have that I'm going to cut for my mug. All right. And let me just look at it one more time. Uh-oh. Let me undo that. And undo that. So really what I need to do is attach these. Okay. I think they're fine. I might need to unlock them and kind of just stretch it a little bit more so they go all the way over. I think I want them to go all the way over like that. That's how I want them. Okay, so now this is one thing that's going to cut, and then this I can just turn that off. I don't need that. I'm not going to use that at all. So now I'm ready to get this cut. I'm going to click make it. Let me check my chat. Other thing look like, can you do the color background, do the words after? I can, but I want it like this. So what I could have done if I wanted to, let's say I wanted craft to be different. Like I want coffee and repeat to be black, and I want the word craft to be, I don't know, pink, right? Because I still have some of that pink left. I could change that. But I think I like the way this looks just like this. And I think I'm gonna just use this. But let me look at let me see what I have. And see if I want to change it. Purple. Let me see what this mermaid one looks like. Yes, I am going to mirror. That's a good question, Linda. Yes, I am going to mirror my design. You know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. Okay, so now let me go back to Cricut Design Space. So now I have it where I want it. I'm going to, I told you I always move mine down. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and mirror this. And I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to choose Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. And I'm going to get it loaded on my green standard grip mat with the mat, face up. And show you what that looks like. Ta-da-ta-da. It's gonna be cute. So cute. Okay. So let me go back and add it to my stream. Okay, we'll move this back up. Open this. I have my infusible ink on my, this is cute, right? Isn't this cute? I don't know if y'all can see how cute that pattern is. So cute. Okay, so I'm gonna load it. Let me double check to make sure that I mirrored. I did. Let me check it again. See where it is on my mat. Okay, we're good to go. Done. Okay, so now I want to click the flashing C. All right. I do need to sing, sister. So now I'm going to get my, this is a mess. I promise you it's a mess. I am going to get my, I can turn this off. Mug, using 12-ounce mug. I need to start doing better with making 15-ounce mugs. Kelly, I have all the good colors, and you have a good one too that I can't wait to see what you do. My screen shrunk, Miss Victoria. Your screen. So take it out. $12-ounce Cricut mug. I'm going to go over it with my lint roller. Because believe it or not, this has blue fibers too. It's not enough for me either, Linda. I just, you're like, you know what? Fill it up again. But I have a lot of mugs. So for this, you're going to want to make sure, it's showing Design Space big. Let me just remove that. How about that? For this, you're going to want to make sure you have some of the Cricut. You don't have to have Cricut brand. I prefer Cricut brand. I just like this brand better than that brown one. That's just a personal preference. But use what you have, use what you like. I use Cricut brand because I like it. And that brown kind, you don't need a big press to do mugs. You just need a Cricut mug press. Well, you can use the mug press that comes with the big press too. Sherry, bite your tongue. You're not making it right. I'm convinced. If you don't like coffee, it's because you're not making it right, honey. Bite your tongue. Okay, so I already went over it with my lint roller. I'm gonna close up my knife and make sure I don't touch the mug. Sherry, that's not true. Okay, so now it's cut. I'm gonna go over here and check it and make sure that it's cut. Like, did it cut? Oh, this is so cute, y'all. Oh my gosh. It is so cute. Okay, so check. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and unload it because I'm positive that it's cut. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna actually see if I can move this to the floor for now. And I'm gonna put my mug press up here. Turn it on. Okay. So I'm gonna remove my infusible ink from the mat. I'm actually finished with this mat now, so I'm gonna just hang it up right here. Make sure to put my cover on it because your cover is important. Now with infusible ink, you can just start to roll it because really, you're doing all your weeding with your fingers. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Cut away here. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave that in the middle. I don't know how it's gonna look, but I'll see. I'll see if I like it. Because what I should have done, if I like it, is done a wavy edge. So cute. I have the hardest time Yeah, be careful with that. Hopefully you can see. This is going to be so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What I should have done was added more hearts. Oh my gosh. So cute. Oh my gosh. Why haven't I used this paper before? Because it's so cute. Y'all, if this design is not free in Cricut Design Space, I will make sure to share it in the Facebook group in our files tab. I want you to, especially you coffee drinkers, and then everybody should make a mug for Sherry that says coffee, craft, repeat. That's what y'all should do. Make a mug for Sherry. And make one for Tig that says, your mother should drink coffee. Don't y'all agree? I think that would be a great idea. Oh my goodness. It's the cutest. If this design is not free, mug press cooperation, We're on cooperation tonight. You know what? Instead of just removing those hearts and not using them, I'll just put them in a different spot. How about that? The little inner part of the heart that I took out, I'm going to use it. I want to use it. Look at that. That's cute. Use it. We will be using it. And we will be using this too. Because why not? Give it a little balance. Oh my gosh. So the good thing, like I said, about infusible ink is that, you know, you weed with your fingers. And let's get those little pieces out. So I'm going to double check, like, did I get all the pieces out? Okay, so I see a little piece right here that's trying to give me some drama. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut that. Okay, so I have it, right? So now what I want to do is get my mug. Let me check my chat. How y'all doing? You find the way, pressing my therapy file and design space. It is not, but I linked it below. I purchased that from Design Bundles. I share that file when we craft it together. So I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna have to cut this because it's too tall. It's too tall for my mug. Okay, so now, let's see another little piece right here that I'm not loving. So when you're doing yours, you guys, like double check for little pieces that might give you an issue. Okay, so now I'm just gonna have my mug here. And you know, you can kind of line it up if you want to, like that, especially if you're doing a full mug wrap. This is bothering me. I know you probably can't see it, but it is getting on my nerves. Okay. And then you want to put the infusible ink on the mug in a way that, you know, you can be sure that it's lined up. Oh, that looks so good. That looks really good. Now I'm going to cut this because this is too much right here. I don't need all this. And you want to make sure that every piece is pressed down. So you saw I lined it up here and I just went around. If I was doing, especially if I was doing like a full mug wrap, this is really technically a full mug wrap. I'm going to double check that every piece is, you know, down on the mug. I'm double checking that everything is down on the mug really, really good. And then I want to get my heat resistant tape and I'm going to go around the top. Some people go around the bottom. Some people go around the top. Some people do around, you know, just the sides. I just kind of go around the top. So I just go around the top like this, and then I fold it down like that. And I, you know, press it, press. Go around top again. So I don't need to, I'm not worried about here because I don't have anything here. There's no design here. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm only worried about where my design is, right? That is pressed down and not going to move when I get it in that mug press. See, I might want to go around the bottom because my words are so close to the bottom. I wouldn't definitely not consider myself an over taper. There are some people who do a lot of taping. I don't consider myself that way. So what I'm doing right here is just like double checking that it's pressed. Okay. So I'm going over it again, like making sure that is like, is it all the way down? Is it down over here? So I see like this is not down enough for me. And if this doesn't come out quote unquote perfect, I will know that I tried my best. And that, see how that those little air bubbles are in there? I want to make sure those are out. You know, take down here. Take it again because didn't take it good right there. After I get this taped down and it's in the mug press, I'm gonna come and check my chat and see how we're doing. So if I'm worried about any letters that don't look like they're pressed, remember the mug press is gonna press that for me. So I'm not too worried about it. I feel like it's pressed. I feel like it's good. I think I want to add a piece here. Okay. And make sure you have some heat-resistant gloves, especially if you are impatient like me. I am impatient when it comes to revealing this. Okay, I think I'm good. Let me see. Let me check my chat. See if you're so excited. If you don't ever use me too, we will use it now. Okay, good to know. As much my Easter toast never sold in reply because having Easter. How big is the tote? Okay, so I feel like I'm good. So now, can y'all see my mug press? So you need to move it up closer. You good? You can move it up a little bit closer. Okay. And I can be cleaning up one. So now when I feel like I have it taped really good. So you see I have tape on the top and the bottom. I have tape on the top and the bottom. And, I feel like I'm good to go. Now I'm going to put it in the mug press, making sure that what is being pressed is what's actually on the mug. So I'm going to put it in like kind of at an angle. Okay. Okay. And that looks good to me. And then I'm going to press this down and let the mug press do what it's going to do. And it'll let me know when it's ready because it'll beep. 13 by 13. That's a pretty big tote. What did you put on it? Is it infusible ink? What is it? So any mug that's has a sublimation coating can be used in the Cricut mug press. I tend to only buy Cricut mugs. I did buy some mugs from 143 Vinyl. It's the color changing mug, like a reveal mug. I just haven't used them yet, but I know they're suitable for sublimation. I just haven't tried them yet. Holographic. So Michelle, I don't do sales, but if I were to do sales, and my advice to you is take into consideration the cost you paid for the tote, the cost you paid for the materials, and the amount of time it took you to complete it. So if you paid $5 for the tote, well, you know that's $5 already. That's got to go into the price. If the holographic vinyl costs, I don't know, $8 and you used all of it, that's got to go into the cost. And then how much are you actually charging for your work? Because people, they want to put a value on you. They want to tell you what they think is worth, but nobody can determine your value but you. So that is my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents. Which there's a way I could share the picture. If you're in my Facebook group, you can share it. That's really where I interact the most. If y'all find me on Instagram, I promise I need to do better with Instagram. I wish I did better with Instagram. Like, I will go on and post stuff, but I don't really check the messages very often. I need to do better with that. I am responsible for what I do and don't do on Instagram. I'm responsible for my Instagram behavior, which is not good because I don't check it. Yeah, don't undervalue yourself. That's another reason why I'm careful about working with corporations, because they want to tell you how much your value is, and nobody can determine your value but you. When you do the infusible on the mug, no butcher paper. Nope. Only use butcher paper on sublimation paper. Nope. See, I just put it in just like that. Nope. No butcher paper is required. Only use the you can if you just want to. If you just want to be on the safe side, you can. But I don't ever. If you see that video, when I did a tutorial on this, I did it without butcher paper. It's Cricut Crafting with Delonda. All of the links to my social media accounts, my social medias are in my link below in the description. Names and baskets and pieces in basket. Oh, okay. May 4th, for Easter. Okay. See, I prefer to just do gifts. I don't like to sell stuff at all. I get no pleasure from that. All right. I don't know if y'all can tell, but so at the top of the mug press, there are 5 lights. So right now the 4th light is flashing. And what I know is that once it gets to the 5th light and it starts to flash, it'll let me know when it's ready. But when it lets me know that it's ready, that doesn't mean I can go ahead and peel it, even though that's what I like to do. Because I get so impatient. You're going to need some gloves. So if you don't have heat-resistant gloves, you're going to, I highly suggest getting some, because it does get so hot. The handle of the mug is not hot, but the actual mug, yeah. Yes, Kimmy, open that mug press, girl. All right, Michelle. That's the best way to interact with me. Now, I do work at a school during the day, so I don't be checking during the day. But if you post something, there are people in the group who will definitely jump on and help you. So you don't necessarily have to ask your question to me. But if you post a question in that group, somebody's going to try to help you. I promise you that. That's the purpose of that group, is to help one another. So that was why I started the group. So we would all just be there to help one another. It's a small group, not big at all, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so it beeped. Did y'all hear it? And I don't know if you can see, but the lights at the top are flashing, right? So that lets me know that it's okay, take it out, Delonda. So the handle of the mug is not hot. The actual mug is hot. And even though I have these gloves on, I can still feel the heat from here. So I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to just sit it right here for a little bit and let it cool down for a little bit. And I can show you the inside of my mug is still clean, because with infusible ink, you don't have to You don't have to use butcher paper. I'm gonna turn my mug press off because I'm actually finished with it. Okay. This is my favorite Cricut product of all time. So Cricut has made a lot of stuff. The mug press is my absolute favorite thing they've ever made. I love that thing. I love that really more than the cutting machines because it's you really just put the mug in and the mug press does the work. I love it. And they're actually on sale on the Cricut website too. Mine didn't have an odor. My mug press didn't have an odor. The one thing I bought that did have an odor was that swing out heat press. I was like, what happened? Did somebody else come in this house? Because that thing, ooh wee. So yeah. I'm gonna let it cool down for a few minutes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Let me go back and check my chats. Let me go back and check my chat because I am not good at that, y'all. I'm not good. I try, but I just don't. Okay, that's hot, gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you, JJ. Thank y'all so much. Type something in the comments that you learned tonight. Can't wait to go to Michael's. Explain vegan on purpose. Thank you, Mel. Pink is around some letters. No. You got what he's my fuse bling. Use it, Creative Crafty Shack. Do it. Yes. Okay, we want to talk about what else we're doing online. Y'all, I have been doing so good. The last thing I bought was pegboard to put on that side over there. Can you do color background? Everything like TV. Sing. The colors on the top. Y'all, I have so much infusible ink. It's not even funny. It is not even funny. Christiana. Lemon tea. Y'all don't let me forget to put that this file in our thing. Y'all want me to try to go ahead and peel it now, or you want me to wait? Let me see if it's still hot. Let me see if it's still hot. I know it is. It's hot. It is hot. Let me let it cool down for like 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. It's hot even with these gloves, and these gloves are like the best. Yes, Sharnette, I can't wait to see what you make. Can't wait to see what you make. Let me see what you say. No butcher paper. No butcher paper. No butcher paper. Yes, taping is the worst part. That is the truth, JJ, because it is a matter of some people over tape, some people under tape, and it's hard to tell until it actually comes out, and then you like, oh man, I missed a spot. So it's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. I have not tried tumblers. I have some tumblers. I did not think I wanted a mug press, but my husband was like, he saw Brenda make a mug, and I was like, look at how cute her mug is. And then he bought me that mug press for Mother's Day. The Chromebook doesn't work with my Cricut. Yes, Chromebooks will not work with, it's not compatible with Cricut Design Space. I have not tried tumblers. I know that there are people who do tumblers in their mug press. It is not recommended. It will void your warranty. And I don't want to do anything that's going to void my warranty because I need all the warranty time. So when I get ready to try tumblers, I will probably try them in a convection oven. I'm not going to put a tumbler in my mug press because I love that mug press too much to mess it up. I love it too much to mess it up. So let me see if I can start peeling it. And if I do it, y'all want me to do it over here? Would it be better for me to do it over here? Y'all see it better? No, I don't. Most of the time when that's a good question. How can you tell if it can be used for sublimation? check the description. So if you're purchasing from Amazon, like type in sublimation mugs. Most of the time, the Cricut mugs are going to come up. I definitely say be careful about buying mugs from like Dollar Tree because I don't think they sub well. I haven't tried it, but you know, if you try it with the $1 or $1.25 tree, which is weird, you haven't wasted much, but you know, $1.25 and your infusible ink. I do not wash any of them first. I don't. Anticipation is the best. Still cooking. Where'd you get my peg? I got my pegboard from Amazon. It's linked in my Amazon storefront. I love this pegboard because you see all of my Cricut stuff is up there. But because I just got a new cutie and I ran out of space for my cuties, I had to get another. I got a pegboard that has red accents. Convection oven. I'm scared. You making your shirt, Christiana? I don't have a convection oven. 30 days. Oh no, I can't do 30 days. Now? Okay, you ready? Okay. So should I do it over there? Is it better? Is the view better on that side? Aunt Wanda, all of my links are in the thing. I'm gonna do it from over that side because I think that side has a better view. I think that side has a better view. Okay. Save. You know, just how you peel is not that important. This mug is still really hot. Still hot. Still hot. Still hot. I might have to use my Oh, oh my gosh. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? OMG. Look. How cute is that? How cute is that? Can y'all see that? OMG. Oh my gosh. I can't even decide which side I love the best. This mug is still really hot now, I'll tell you that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me stop. Let me remove that. Let me remove that. Can y'all see that? This is infusible ink. This is infusible ink. If y'all have infusible ink and you haven't used it yet, stop sleeping on infusible ink. Stop sleeping on infusible ink. This is in the mug. I can put this is dishwasher safe, it's microwave safe. That's another reason why I use the Cricut brand, because you can put it right in the dishwasher and you can put it in the microwave. Look at that. And I don't know if y'all noticed, this wasn't one of the big boxes. This came from one of the smaller boxes. This came from this. So this was made for the Cricut Joy. So this is from a small box. It wasn't from the big box. Okay. What questions do you have? Yes, it is, Hillary. It is the bomb. Was that after the table? I don't know what was that after the table. What is the pattern? Yeah, I would say it does keep your coffee hot for a long time. Yes. What do you mean was that after the table? I don't know if y'all saw it really good, but can y'all see that? OMG. Oh my gosh. So what I said is this coffee craft and repeat. If you go in Cricut Design Space and you type this design in and you don't see it, if it doesn't come up, I'll make sure it's available in the Facebook group so y'all can go and grab it and get started. The pattern. This one is let me see what this one is called. Mermaid Rainbow. I'll link it down below, but this is the small one. It's called Mermaid Rainbow. So you can see a little mermaid pattern at the bottom. Okay, so it has one sheet that was a mermaid-like sheet, and then one sheet that was stripes. Okay. Mermaid Rainbow. Somebody type that in the chat. Mermaid Rainbow. That was the name of this one. And then for the shirt, this one was let me see. This one was rainbow, rainbow everything, rainbow cheetah. And I only used the pink sheet because I'm not really into animal print like that. Not my style, but if you like it, do it. So let's recap. Our goal was to learn how to use infusible ink. That was our goal. Learn how to use infusible ink. Did we accomplish the goal? Did we accomplish our goal? Come on. Did we accomplish our goal? Our goal, this was our goal. Okay. All right, Creative Crafty Shack. Okay, everybody's saying yes. We accomplished our goal. We made a mug. We made a shirt, right? Here's our shirt in case y'all missed it. And we also made a pencil pouch that I don't know what I did with. Oh, right here. All of this is infusible ink. So nobody has to say, I don't know how to use infusible ink. If somebody's in my Facebook group and they say, I don't know how to use infusible ink, I'm going to kick them, make them go down the river and get their Cricut. That's an inside joke. Y'all won't get it. Y'all won't get it. That's an inside joke. That's a Facebook group inside joke. Okay, pull out that mug press. You got infusible ink. You can get to getting. Okay. All right. I am going to sign off. If you haven't hit that like button, please do that. If you haven't, if you found this helpful, if this helped you in any way, if you learned something from me tonight, please consider subscribing. My goal is to teach you. My goal is to encourage you to use your machine. And if I've done that, then my mission is accomplished. And, if you found it helpful in any way, then and you hit subscribe, I would gladly appreciate that. And, look around and see if there's anything else that, you can learn from me. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Theodore. All right. I am going to sign off, get myself ready for work tomorrow. You are welcome. Have you used a few pens? I have Crafty Puerto Rican, but I did not do a good job. I tried them one time. I did not do a good job at that. I would have to practice again before. I love you too, Aunt Wanda. Maybe do a makeup pouch. You see me on Facebook, honey. Yes. I would have to practice again before I came on here to try to teach anybody anything, because I still have a lot to learn with the pens. I have a lot of pens, but I did not master that. I haven't done it. I haven't learned enough to show anybody yet. All right. I'm going to sign off, you guys. and say good night. I promise I'm going to put this file in the Facebook group in a few minutes before I even go downstairs, because if I go downstairs, that's a wrap on y'all. It's the truth. Once I go downstairs, that's it. It's done. All right. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. All right. Bye, y'all.